YouTube? We back. It's your boy LSP Wavy. We back. I got today's video is about top 10 tricks on how to break forks, okay? So bear with me. We gonna be in the bathroom today, all right? We're gonna go over my top 10 tips on how to break forks, all right? We're gonna keep it real simple. The tools that you're gonna need, a brush, a comb. Real simple, all right? I'm not gonna do all the extra editing on this video, but on a nice little tune for y'all to vibe out to, and I'm gonna show you these tips, all right? Let's get into this intro. If you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. First off, we're gonna get into some comb work, okay? Wherever your fork is, okay, locate your fork. If you're new to waving, you don't know what a fork is, it's when the waves crash. They're supposed to go fluid together, but you might have like a fork in a row like this, okay? Those are forks, all right? That's the best way I can explain it, okay? So the forks that I got are on top, all right? Around about this area. It's one more back here, but we're gonna focus on this one so y'all can see it, all right? So you got a flow issue right here and a fork. The easiest way to hurry up and break this fork with a comb is to trick the hair, all right? Comb against the grain, comb against the way you brush, trying to, you know what I'm saying? You want to trick the hair into, you know, mixing them up, confusing your hair. So you basically just want to comb it in different directions, comb it back. You can comb it to the side, you know what I'm saying? Just mix it up. And then when you're done, comb it back into the area that you want it to go, okay? This is not gonna fix it overnight, okay? So please don't be like, man, I did it last night and I still got this fork. Look, chill. You gotta chill, all right? This is gonna take a while. You're gonna have to do this every day for a few weeks before you see real progress, okay? It's no overnight tricks. I'm just telling you the top 10 tricks to get it done, but I'm not saying these are overnight methods, okay? So basically the first one is combing against the grain, comb in different directions. You want to trick the hair into doing something different, and then, you know what I'm saying, it'll start lining up eventually. See, you can kind of see that it want to line up like that. So the more you do it, the more progress you'll have, okay? Next tip, isolation brush sessions, okay? Wherever your fork is, get you a brush, whether you're brushing with a hard or a medium. I suggest going with the hardest brush that you can stand on your scalp, okay? So everybody's hair is different textures, different lengths. Get the hardest brush that you can go in with. Don't jam it into your scalp and hurt yourself, okay? Chill, all right? Let it glide along your hair, you know what I'm saying? Don't hurt yourself, all right? Don't hurt yourself. So we still focusing right here. So anytime I get a session in, I'm gonna start on that fork. I'm gonna devote majority of the time on that problem area, all right? The main thing you gotta know is you gotta know the proper angle to break that fork though for this to work, okay? So if you focusing on this fork for 20 minutes out of your brush session, if you're brushing it wrong, that fork is not gonna break. It's gonna either get worse or it's gonna stay the same. So my top is gonna slant this way to my right. This is my right. It's gonna flow this way. So I'm brushing it just like it should line up. Just like that. Isolation brush session, okay? I'm isolating my trouble area and I'm attacking it. Then I'll go and brush the rest of my pattern, and then at the end of my pattern, I'll finish off with that part too. So it's basically just devoting a little bit extra time to that problem area. Simple trick, all right? Common sense to some people, not so common to others, okay? Number 3, my third tip, okay? My third tip is to rock curls once a week if you're trying to break forks, okay? The reason why, your hair is not gonna be all compressed. It's gonna be loose curls, you know, after you wash. You want to scramble wash your hair or something, throw a moisturizer in it, get it to curl up, or just leave it loose. Don't rag up for at least a day. Let it breathe, let it be free. That's gonna loosen up the hairs towards your scalp where the fork is. And once you keep doing that, letting it breathe and letting your hair is going to be able to move easier. And then when you come back and start combing and brushing that area, that fork is going to break or it's going to move. Okay, trust me, I did this for years. This works. Rock curls for at least one day. All right, either before you wash or after you wash is the best time to do it. Okay, trust me. All right, trust me. Ragging up. Okay, a lot of y'all like to rag up at night. What you're supposed to do. You want to rag up at night, save your progress so you don't have to wake up and have to do no crazy brush session to get it to lay back down, right? But during the day, you want to let it breathe. All right, don't be ragged up all day long. At school, at work, outside, at home, wherever you are, when you're not asleep, let your hair breathe. Take the rag off, let your hair decompress, poof up, whatever it's gonna do. Soft brush sessions during the day or brush all day if you want to, but don't have your rag on all day. I'm gonna tell you why, okay? What does a do-rag do? It saves the progress, right? It compresses the hair. If you got a fork in a certain area or forks around your whole area, when you put your do-rag on, you're locking that fork in place, right? It's compressed down. It's not going nowhere. None of your pattern moves when you ragged up, right? So that fork ain't gonna move either. So you wanna limit the time that you're ragged up so that your hair can move freely when you brushing them forks and combing them forks and trying to get them to move, okay? So less is more in this case when it comes to ragging up. Told you, I'm gonna get y'all right. I'm gonna get y'all right, all right? Let me talk my shit for a little bit, but I'm gonna get y'all right with these tips. Next tip is the overwash, okay? I don't suggest this for beginners, but you can overwash and move some forks and break some forks, okay? You get into that overwash zone, we talking about washing every day, okay? Your hair is wet during your wash and it's in its most manipulative state, right? So that means those forks, those flow issues, they're gonna move a lot easier while the hair is wet, right? So why not wash more often to get them problem areas to move and so you can fix them, right? Problem with overwashing is people don't know how to do it correctly, right? You don't want to use no soap that's clarifying, that's gonna strip everything out your hair completely. You want to use a mild soap, okay? If you're washing every day, that means you're not applying too much product and it's not dirty like that. So you want to get a mild soap, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give y'all no suggestions. I'm gonna just throw one out there. Wave slime. It's pretty mild, okay? Wave slime is mild. You can overwash with that. Little pricey to be washing with every day, but there are other alternatives out there that you can use if you want to overwash and still save some money. You feel me? Okay. But overwashing is definitely a way to go, especially if you got some forks that's close right here that you're trying to hurry up and push out. Now, if you got a fork all the way in the back of your head and you're trying to overwash it and break it, I'm talking about forks that are close to the hairline in the back, the sides, the top, stuff like that. So chill. I don't want all y'all to just go out there and start washing your hair every single day. Plus, you got to put the moisture back in that you're taking out from that washing every day. You're going to have to learn how to use good oils and moisturizers and learn how to seal that moisture back in. I got some videos talking about that though. Y'all should go back and check those out. All right? That's neither here nor there. All right, let me get to the next tip. It's a few waivers out there. I haven't done this myself, okay? I ain't had the nerve to do it, but I have seen a few people do it and have success. It's called spot scalping, okay? So if I got a fork right here or in the middle or wherever it is and I just can't get it to move or break, people take clippers and cut that section out bald. It is what the name says, spot scalp. They're taking some clippers, cutting that section out wherever that fork is with the clippers and then cutting it a bald spot, basically, knocking it out. When it grows back, it tends to come back a little bit. You might have to do it at least once or twice for it to really be effective, but I have seen it work from quite a few people. So that's another alternative, you know what I'm saying, if you want to go that route. Now, if you got to go out in public and you can't rag up or wear a hat, I don't suggest this, okay? I don't suggest you walking around with a nice little bald spot in the top of your head. You know, people going to make fun of you. You might have to throw hands and get into a fight. We don't want to go there, all right? We don't want to do that. So this is something that's also not for beginners, okay? So if you got a lot of time on your hand, like right now, everybody's quarantined, not really going outside too much. Spot scalping may be your best bet to do right now if you have a very stubborn fork that just won't move and has been in the same spot for a long time, okay? Spot scalp. This may be the one that's the most easiest to do, all right, when trying to break a fork and better your connections. It's the woof, all right? The average waver knows what woofing is. Why do we woof? We woof to get better connections and a better flow, better depth. Everything we want in our pattern comes from woofing. What is woofing? Letting our hair grow longer and training it to lay down at longer lengths from brushing, okay? Same thing applies with breaking forks. The more hair you got, the easier it is to move something, the easier it is to break a fork, okay? So you gotta woof, especially for y'all who don't got waves in a certain area. Y'all keep on asking the same question, why I'm not getting waves on this side, because it's too short. You're getting your hair cut every 2 or 3 weeks and it's not hitting curl length, so you're not getting no waves over there, okay? So same thing with forks. You need some hair to try to make that easier to move and manipulate, and it works out for the best, okay? Now, you can also cut low to try to break a fork, because a lot of people woof and that fork still won't move. You can cut low, get a low haircut and try to attack it at a low level, low length, and then keep attacking it going into the woof. It's another trick by using pomade, okay? 360 Jeezy came out with the flawless connection method. And you basically get a little pomade and you put it on the problem area and you brush it to different directions. It works. I've seen it work for certain people, but I don't think it's necessary to do it exactly like he says do it. I think you can put some pomade on that individual fork and just brush in the direction that it's supposed to go. And eventually, if you get that pomade to the base of your scalp, all the hair is covered in pomade in that spot, and you brush it, along the way it will break a little bit faster. So that's another way to do it. Add a little pomade to whatever problem area you got and brush it in the correct direction that it needs to go. Okay, so I'm not gonna, you can go check out his video, the flawless connection method. It's a good method, but I think you can get it done a little bit easier if you ask me, okay? The number one way to break forks is to make sure your angles are correct, okay? Talked about this a little bit on the first tip that I gave, but you gotta make sure your angles are correct. If you're brushing wrong, and that's what created that fork, you gotta change something up, okay? If I'm brushing this way and I'm creating forks like that, I gotta change it. Maybe I gotta go a little bit forward. Maybe I gotta slant it a little bit more. But if you're brushing the same way that created that fork, you're gonna have to do something different. So know your angles, know your head shape, know what pattern that you're trying to brush, and brush accordingly, okay? Because the forks are gonna keep popping up. You may be brushing a fork and it come from the back by your crown, come all the way out. Now you like, oh, the fork is gone, I pushed it out. A month later, it comes back in the same spot back here. And now you gotta push it out again. No, that's because your angles are wrong, okay? So you gotta learn your angles, all right? On Instagram, I try to help people with their angles. I draw them diagrams all the time. I'm kind of backed up right now, excuse me. I'm kind of backed up. There's a lot of messages in there. All right, y'all gotta chill, all right? You're getting 20 to 30 messages every day of people wanting angles. I'm gonna get to you. Be patient, all right? But that's the number one thing, man, know your angles. But like I said, man, I didn't want this video to be real long. I wanted to give y'all 10 strong tips on how to get good connections and break forks as easy as possible, man. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe, all right?